What's up, everybody? Welcome to the first Art of Crypto Q&A live stream almost. This is where I will be answering your questions, and perhaps if you want me to do an analysis on any charts, I will be able to do that. But before we get into that, if there are any viewers here who have not already followed me on Twitter, this is where I'm sharing my latest trading setups. So if you have not followed me on Twitter, I want you to do that right away at _the art of crypto. Got it? Now, let us jump into the live stream. Now, just as I wait for everyone to join the live stream, I would like to just first start off doing a quick little analysis on the crypto markets and figure out where it's going to go next. I was just sharing that I am now live, so let's dive right into it, yeah? So, Bitcoin USD. Usually the crypto markets follow the flow of Bitcoin. When Bitcoin dumps, everything tends to dump, and when Bitcoin pumps, everything tends to stay still and then pump later. So right off the bat, I was looking at this sort of bull flag wedge pattern that was forming on Bitcoin, but sadly we have broken below it instead of above it, because if we broke above this pattern, it would actually bring us all the way up to 60k, which would be great for altcoins actually if Bitcoin were to do this. But sadly Bitcoin is just being very indecisive, which is sad, because when Bitcoin's being this indecisive, there's not enough money flowing into the markets, right? People are scared to take a move. That's why you see that during this weekend the volume was kind of low. The price action was really choppy, and I'm talking like really choppy. If I just go onto the 15-minute chart, we don't have a clear direction. That's what I can say. But at the moment, it does look like we are forming a double bottom almost on the 15-minute. But at the moment, it's not looking the best, because we broke below this pattern and we just had a sort of bearish retest. But if this double bottom really breaks back into the pattern, if it breaks back above 57k, I would say, yeah, it's pretty safe. It would be brilliant for altcoins if Bitcoin could just, stop toying with our feelings. So that's Bitcoin. The other thing that I want to bring to your notice is we could very well be seeing a trigger wave on market Cipher on the higher time frames. And what I mean by that is, say on the 1 hourly, if we do confirm this double bottom on the 15-minute chart, we are going to get a nice little trigger wave on market Cipher on the higher time frames. So if we break above 57k, that would be brilliant for alts. It could actually lead to a lot of pumps. Anyways, this is more of a Q&A live stream, so I want you guys to drop your questions in the live chat and let me know if the volume is alright. I have not thoroughly tested my audio, so I do not actually know how it sounds like. So just drop me a comment if the audio sounds alright to you guys. And while we're at that, drop your questions in the comment section or like the live chat. It's my first time using a live stream. Meanwhile, I will get into another theory that I have been having for quite a while, which is the Bitcoin dominance. If you guys watch my latest video about how I'm expecting a big move in crypto really soon, it has everything to do with Bitcoin dominance. So just to put this into perspective, we have not been this low in Bitcoin dominance for a very, very long time. And I'm talking like back to 2017 kind of levels. And for those of you who don't know, I want you to go watch my latest video, but Bitcoin dominance is simply the percentage of the total crypto market cap that is being held by Bitcoin. And guys, give me some feedback here. Is the audio okay? Hi, let me know. I don't know if I actually sound okay. Is it too loud? Is it noisy? Is the music too loud? Let me know, man. Hello guys, let me know if the audio's okay. Is the music too loud? Give me some feedback, guys. Oh my, okay. I actually did not get... I'm sorry guys. I actually didn't get any... Like, in the live stream... cockpit, I didn't actually get anything... Any live chat comments there. Alright. Alright, cool. So, I'll speak. I'll go a little bit closer to the mic then. Alright, so I'll get into GRT after I discuss this theory that I've been having about Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, I'll get into GRT in a bit. So long story short, we have not... So again, Bitcoin dominance is the percentage of the crypto market cap that is being held by Bitcoin right now. And at the moment, we are at multi-year lows. So the thing about it... So here's the thing. Bitcoin, like let's just say that right now we are in altcoin season, and if Bitcoin dominance dips even lower, the next 2 to 3 months is gonna be crazy for altcoins. Everything, you could probably make like 5 to 10x just in the next 2 to 3 months if you play things right. So at the moment, Bitcoin is still in a very uncertain territory, right? I did say that right now, price is very uncertain. Bitcoin is sort of toying with our feelings. So until we get a confident move down or a confident move up, market still remains uncertain. I wouldn't force any trades, and I would definitely have some money on the sidelines ready to buy any dips if possible. Because here's the thing that will occur if Bitcoin does any confident moves, especially if it dumps, right? If Bitcoin dumps, altcoins dump. Okay, that's just a fact of crypto. So if Bitcoin dumps and altcoins dump, you can imagine that money is going to flow out of altcoins, which means Bitcoin dominance is probably going to rise as well, at this support, no less. So again, at this level, it's dangerous, right? What track am I playing? It's called... The previous song was called Chimes by Harris Heller, C-H-I-M-E-S, Chimes. By the way, is the music too loud? Like, seriously. I know music adds to the atmosphere, but I'm worried it might be too loud. Just let me know in the comments. But anyways, yeah, just let me know in the comments. Alright, cool. So... yeah, back to the topic. So right now, Bitcoin dominance is at a support level, and it does seem that a double bottom might potentially be forming here. Right, market Cipher is indicating that money flow, watch, money flow is sort of flowing into the green on Bitcoin dominance, which means we might be seeing Bitcoin dominance rise up soon. Potentially, all the way up to the mid 50s to at most 60. But I would assume mid 50s. So I want you guys to look out for Bitcoin dominance, right? Go onto TradingView. It's called BTC.D, right? You need to have TradingView in order to view this chart. And oh man, I do not want to see Bitcoin dominance reverse, but if Bitcoin really dumps from the level it's at right now, expect altcoins to take a hit. And especially if Bitcoin dumps hard, I want you guys to set a break-even stop loss on all of your alts, all right? Because they're going to take a dump. Like you saw what happened to alts recently when Bitcoin went down by like what, 10-15%? No, 20-30%. So just a scenario that you should keep in mind. That big move that I was indicating in my latest video, right? If you haven't watched my latest video yet, you should. Okay, if you're serious about crypto, you need to watch that video after this live stream, of course. So if Bitcoin dominance reverses here, then expect alts to take a massive hit. But of course, we are in a bull market right now. We do not panic. We buy fear and we sell greed. We do not panic sell like everybody else. Instead, we buy the dips. And how do you buy the dips? You need to have money liquid in order to buy the dips. So right now I have pretty much stops on break even on most of my positions, and I will definitely be keeping an eye out for Bitcoin dominance. I don't like the fact that it's forming a double bottom right now, but this is just a potential scenario that could happen. So I just want you to keep an eye out. Nothing is confirmed until it is confirmed. So with that out of the way, let's talk GRT. GRT. I was telling you guys to buy the dip, and in fact I did buy all the way down here. So let's take a higher time frame view, and yeah, GRT looks pretty good to me. So what we have right now is a sort of massive bull flag / descending channel. I would call this a descending channel. And if you bought at the bottom of this trend line, which I was telling you guys to do, you would have been golden. In fact, how I'm looking at this, altcoins seem to be taking a hit right now. Let's check out what Bitcoin is doing. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Yeah, so this is the thing about Bitcoin that I'm worried about, because it just broke below the 200 exponential moving average on the 15-minute chart, and there is a lot of room to go before it touches the 200 EMA on the 1 hourly. I hope that Bitcoin does not break below the 200 EMA on the 4 hourly. In fact, keep an eye out for this, right? Enable your 200 EMA on your own chart. Go onto the 4 hourly and keep track of where it's at. At the moment, it is at around the 55.8k level. If Bitcoin breaks below this level confidently, I would actually expect another dump of Bitcoin. Potentially down to 51k, potentially down to 53. I don't know yet, but if it breaks below the 200 EMA on the 4 hourly, it could look very sketchy for Bitcoin. But yeah, back to GRT. So it definitely looks decent because it did quite a nice recovery. And at the moment, you're seeing this rejection off of the 1.68 level, which I actually took profits again there. You're actually seeing a rejection off of here because, for one, the purple line right here, which is the 200 EMA, is right on this level, and you have a red dot on the 4 hourly of market Cipher, but at the moment you can see that it is finding quite nice support on the 50 EMA. So to you, Moonshadow, who bought at $2.33, well, we're in a bull market right now. Right, that's what I can tell you. Everything will recover eventually. In fact, it will probably go way higher than 2.33. So right now what I'm looking for is for this 50 EMA, which is this gray line right here. I want to see it cross above the 200 EMA on the 4 hourly, which indicates a golden cross, which means the uptrend of GRT will have just begun. And if that really happens, then I would expect GRT to actually pump way more than what it is currently now. You can easily go above 2.15, my man. But damn, 2.33, that is crazy. You pretty much bought at the all-time high. But here is the target that I'm looking at if we really do break above this channel, which is why I'm telling you to be patient. You could easily see like a 2.7 GRT. But this will only happen if we get a nice golden cross, a nice break above the 200 EMA, and a retest. Then we should be able to break out of this channel. And the other thing that you have to pay attention to is Bitcoin. Right, we need Bitcoin to cooperate if we want to see any alts pop off. So we have to see, man. We have to see. If Bitcoin dumps, I'm expecting all the alts to take another dump. But as usual, buy the dips. If you have any discretionary income, definitely buy the dips because it's literally free money. Right, to everyone who bought GRT when it was 1.25. Right, it's not just GRT. On most altcoins, you'd be up like 30, 50, even 100%. So just keep an eye out for Bitcoin, right? We need Bitcoin to cooperate. I expect a big move out of Bitcoin tomorrow. Probably by tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know if it will pump or dump yet. I do not have enough data to confidently say anything. All I can say is that I am looking for Bitcoin. If it really does dump, I'm looking for the 55.8k level to hold very strongly as support, because that's the 200 EMA. And yeah, you're welcome, Moonshadow. And to everyone else in this live stream right now, is there any questions that you want to ask me? Perhaps you want me to do an analysis on your favorite coin? Drop it in the comments. Well, just drop me a comment. Bake. I was, since you guys are here, I'm just gonna give you a little tidbit of information that I have. I'm just gonna give you a little bit of tidbit of information that I shared in my private Discord group. And to all of you here that have not joined my private Discord group, like seriously, I'm trying to change lives here, right? That group is gonna change your life. You're still early. There's only 50 spots available. In fact, there's only 30 spots available. And man, trust me, man, you will make your money back in like just 1 or 2 trades if you join that group. You're gonna regret missing out if you don't get in now. But anyways, yeah, bake. I actually got in on bake. I'm not kidding. So the thing about bake was, I don't exactly know why it pumped, but I know that this is a textbook rounded bottom. Okay. Oh shit. Oh, hi Ryan. What's up? Yeah, so bake. I did not actually talk about this because like this was back in April. But I actually got in on bake when it was like $2.50, which I already thought I was crazy for doing that. But you can see where we went up from there. Right, I was in like real time watching bake pump, and I got in at like 2.5. But yeah, I don't know why it's pumping. All I can say is, if we just look at it based on technical factors, this is what I can say. This is a textbook rounded bottom, right? This is a rounded bottom. So I always like to say, rounded bottoms pays the bills. It's a quote that I copied from someone, but still, you can't deny the fact that rounded bottoms pays the bills. Every time you see a rounded bottom, something like this, right? Something like this. The moment you see the first higher low and a higher high, which means the downtrend has reversed, right? Let's just get into it. Let's dive real deep. So on the 4-hourly chart right here, you can actually see that there was a double bottom at this level right here. And that is, a double bottom is a bullish reversal pattern, right? So once you form that, it means that the buyers refuse to let the price go below this level. And then we went to form a higher high and a higher low. So once you get the confirmation of that higher low, you know that the rounded bottom is about to start going parabolic. See, the thing about rounded bottoms is, for the longest time, right, for about 13 days, 14, 15 days, it will do absolutely nothing, okay? And then it will pop off. Which is the beautiful thing about rounded bottoms, because I guarantee you, nobody would be looking at Bake when it was here, okay? Nobody would be looking at Bake when it was here. And I always like to say, we are grand strategists in our group. We think ahead of the market, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. And we buy when nobody is talking about it. Because once somebody talks about it, it's probably too late. That's what I always like to say. So I don't deal in fundamental analysis a lot, but just purely based on technicals, that's what I can tell you. We got a nice rounded bottom, we got a double bottom reversal pattern, and we had the first high, low, high, high, and boom, parabolic, right? In fact, I'll give you a couple more setups that I'm actually looking at. So OGN, for example, I posted about OGN. I posted about OGN recently. Do you see any resemblance to Bake? Let me know in the comments. Do you see any resemblance of this to Bake? Does this look familiar at all? Yeah. Yeah, it is a longer bottom, right? In fact, Bake, that rounded bottom is actually not very big. So usually, this is what I said. For the longest time, it will do absolutely nothing, right? For 25 days, it has been just downtrending, right? This is just a downtrend. There's nothing special to it. But at the moment, we have formed our first higher low. We have not necessarily formed, oh yeah, we have formed a high high as well. And high low. So, as I always say, rounded bottoms, for the longest time ever, they will do absolutely nothing. You're going to be wondering why the fuck... Oops, that is... Yeah, YouTube, ignore that. So yeah, for the longest time ever, it's going to do absolutely nothing. And then it's going to pop off. Right? This is OGN. I posted this on my Twitter. Right? If you haven't followed me on Twitter, it's _at the art of crypto. Okay? I posted about this in the private Discord group too. Yeah? And we made some profits off of this falling wedge right here. But that was OGN. I'll give you another example. I called this chart, in fact, on Phantom. Look at this. Again, it had resemblance of a rounded bottom, right? This was a really big rounded bottom, right? Literally, the price just ranged around these levels for the longest time ever, right? For about, what, 56 days? the price just literally just did nothing, right? It's just ranging at around this level. And then all of a sudden, boom, 170%. I posted this on my Twitter. Yeah, I told you guys, I gave you exact levels to buy. Exact levels. If you did so, this is how much profits you would be in right now. So rounded bottoms, it's like one of my favorite. Like see. Back when I called this beautiful rounded bottom, if it pops, it's going to pop. Right? I called it. I called it. Rounded bottoms, man, it is seriously, man, one of my favorite patterns to trade. Okay, and in fact, I'll do a quick little price prediction for Phantom. Right, if it goes down right now, I expect it to form a cup and handle. Right, at most it will dump all the way down to the 0.6 level. Shouldn't go much more beyond that. And here's the beautiful thing about rounded bottoms. Once you form that cup and handle and you break above the cup and handle, here is the measured move for a cup and handle. You measure the distance from the lid, or like the mouth, to the bottom of the cup, and then you drag it to the point of the breakout, and it's going to be at about 1.26. So if you move it up here, that's about a 3x. And I always tell people, buy these rounded bottoms, man. If you can buy it at the absolute bottom, holy shit. I mean, holy. YouTube, I did not say that word. So yeah, holy, you're going to be in massive profits. Like massive. And just to give you guys another tidbit, I guess, is I did post this DIA setup on, I did post this DIA setup on the Discord group. Watch this. Beautiful, yeah? If this pops, I'm not sure how far I would go, but most targets would put it at a conservative $14. That's about a 2x from this point. Just something for you to keep in mind. This is a setup that I'm looking at. In fact, you know how recently the NFT craze happened, and you saw like a lot of NFTs pop off, and then recently we had the DeFi craze, right? You saw a lot of DeFi coins sort of pump, and see, man, market is so red right now. I bet Bitcoin's doing something stupid. Boom. Yeah, see, market's uncertain. When Bitcoin doesn't know what it's doing, the market's just, it's not fun to trade. I've been getting stopped out at break even for the last few days. I keep getting stopped out at break even because the market's just uncertain. But at the moment, I'm drawing this line here to see if we can get the double bottom formation. If we do, then that would be brilliant. At least the market will be more certain then, right? Momentum is flowing to the upside. Yeah, so the USDT, something that I'm looking at. Yeah, Moonshadow. I just showed you FTM, right? Did you get my analysis on FTM? Like, for the longest time ever, it will do nothing, and then it will pop. Imagine if you're the one who bought at the bottom. Massive profits, yeah? And yeah, as for why GRT drops, is because Bitcoin is really uncertain right now. Bitcoin price action is just not, it's not conducive to trading right now. That's all I can say. Market's really uncertain, so I would actually hold off on taking too many trades when market's uncertain. When market's certain, yeah, go for it. Like, be greedy or just take trades. You will probably win. But when market's uncertain, you want to get in, get out quick. Take profits quicker, yeah? And Chris, so you want to talk about patterns or phrases, right? So I could actually give you a nice little resource. Well, I actually have that resource in my private group, but I don't think you're joining, right? So I'm just gonna give you a nice little resource. We talk about what was that website again? Common. Right, so you could come to... Dude, I actually forgot what that website was. There was a really good website for you to learn chart patterns, like in-depth chart patterns. Just give me a moment. Man, where is that? Right, I found it. So I will put it. I'll put it in the comments section. Go check out that website. It goes really in depth into chart patterns, and it tells you exactly, like in detail, right? It's really in depth. If you want to seriously learn about chart patterns, that's where you go to look out for. But mostly, I would say that chart patterns are, you know, as the name implies, like a rounded bottom is like a rounded bottom. It's not a sharp bottom. It's just rounded. A double bottom is, well, you know, double bottom, like one bottom, two bottom. And since you're here anyways, I'll just give you the reason why I drew this area for Bitcoin. So the way double bottoms work is it doesn't count as a double bottom if the second bottom breaks below. So if the second bottom breaks below this point right here, if you can see this clearly, then it doesn't count as a double bottom anymore, because that's just a downtrend. So what you do is once you get the first bottom, you draw an area around here, okay? As long as the price comes in here but does not break below this level, then it will be counted as a double bottom. It can wick down, okay? It can wick below this level. And for those of you who are wondering what is a wick, it is these right here. It can wick below this level, but it cannot close below this level. This level has to hold for it to be counted as a double bottom. So, one bottom, two bottom. At least I hope that is what will happen. Otherwise, alts are gonna just continue to be doing absolute, like, just not fun trading in uncertain market conditions, man. You would have to be a legend to... I mean, yeah, it's just not fun trading in uncertain market conditions. Harmony 1. Oh. You know, I'm actually planning to, like, when I get back to YouTube, I'm actually going to do like weekly or like bi-weekly updates on Harmony 1. I mean, not just Harmony 1, just, you know, coins in general. So let me know if you would like to see that. But of course, first I have to pump out the trading course for the Discord, because I owe it to you guys. So, Harmony 1. I actually called this Harmony 1 setup on my YouTube. If you guys, it's just another plug. I actually called this 50% pump way before the market recovery started to happen. So yeah, for those of you inside the private group, consider yourself ahead of the pack, because I'm calling these setups like way earlier in the private group than I am gonna call it on YouTube. But anyways, let's get into Harmony. So right off the bat, it broke out of this descending channel. And now perhaps if I were to draw, I might have to redraw the trend lines, because this is definitely not valid anymore. So just give me a moment. And yeah, by the way, for those of you who are wondering, this is how I usually do my analysis, right? You just try different things until you find a pattern that works, that looks the best. So at the moment, this is definitely looking like a nice little trend line. And if we break above this trend line, there should be a support resistance flip. Okay, so if it breaks above the 0.155 level, we should be getting a nice support resistance flip. And you can see that there is confluence from the past, right? This level has traditionally acted as support. And, oh, perhaps it's not exactly this level, but like, here's the thing about trading, right? Nothing's absolute. You move things around until you find something that works. So, yeah, at the moment, we have this trend line, and we have potentially a inverse head and shoulders, complex inverse head and shoulders forming at the moment, which is usually a bullish pattern, which if it breaks above, let's be conservative, if it breaks above, could take us all the way back up to the 0.2 level for Harmony 1. And here's what is bullish about this. I'll tell you the immediate things that could happen, right? So we recently broke above the 200 EMA on the 4-hourly, and we came down, retested nicely. So I would say that Harmony 1 is going into an uptrend for sure. So if the price does come back down to the 200 EMA, which is this purple line right here, like, enable a 200 EMA on your own chart and you'll see what I mean. So if it does come back down to the 200 EMA, that would be a pretty good buy, simply because, you know, you're getting an inverse head and shoulders. You're getting this is technically a rising wedge. Usually rising wedges fall to the downside, but again, it all depends on what Bitcoin does, right? Usually in a bull market, ascending wedges have a chance of breaking to the upside, but it really depends on what Bitcoin does. And speaking about Bitcoin, I am pretty sure something is happening to Bitcoin right now. Everything is sort of, it ain't fun. It ain't fun. Come on, don't break below this level, man. Right, again, if Bitcoin breaks below 55.8, I would be worried. Yeah, I would 100% be worried. Anyways, yeah, back to one. Something immediate that could happen is, again, this rising wedge. If it breaks towards the upside, then again, you would be looking at 0.2 Harmony. Granted, Bitcoin cooperates. Otherwise, expect the 200 EMA to hold their support if it does break lower. And if it really does break lower, this would be the downside target, about this level right here. And you can see that we have confluence, right? Support, resistance, support, resistance. This is the level that I would expect Harmony 1 to dump down to if it were to break lower. It is also the measured move of this ascending wedge. So you're having confluence from multiple factors right now. But at the moment, let's take a look at the lower time frame. Yeah, we found a bottom. All right, we found a bottom. So I would expect this next. So what's going to happen on market Cipher, right? We're going to get a tight trigger wave. Money flow is flowing into the green, which means very likely, as long as Bitcoin cooperates, right? It doesn't need to pump and it doesn't need to dump. All it needs to do is just stay where it is, and it's going to go. Yeah. I would say the next leg up will probably be the breakout. So yeah, look out for this support resistance flip. And Moon Shadow, by the way, are you in the private Discord group? FRT, what is a SL? Is that stop loss? Oh, CHR. Hey, Moonshadow, get in the private Discord group, man. You will make your money back in one trade. I'm not trying to shill this, but I'm just saying. Anyways, CHR, man, this actually looks good. So this is what you call a triple bottom, a triple rounded bottom. So it looks similar to another coin called REN. It almost looks similar, REN BTC. I'll get into that later, but yeah, triple bottom. Yeah, super cup and handle, if you want to call it that. But if you look at it from a macro term, you could consider this a massive rounded bottom, but anyways, this is looking bullish for sure. Like for sure. Like if I just draw a fib, yeah, it's actually currently finding support at this level. The next leg up would bring it all the way to 0.48. And if you're able to break above this level right here, see, price got rejected 1, 2, 3 times. If you can actually break above this level, it's actually looking pretty bullish. If we break above this level, it should go all the way close to the previous all-time high. But again, this is round the bottom. Like I said previously, all right, round the bottoms pays the bills. If this breaks up, it will absolutely pop. Right, let's just say that. It will absolutely pop. Especially because at the moment it is in a strong uptrend. Right, this blue line right here, that is a 10 EMA, 10 period moving average. The yellow is a 21, both of which indicate a strong uptrend when price is above it. And as you can see, price came down to test it. It didn't even test the 21, it just tested the 10 and popped back up. So at the moment, I would have taken profits off the table at this level, actually. Simply because it's like strong resistance. So, oh, the link is I'll drop the link in the comment section. Like, just go check it out. But anyways, this is a very bullish setup. I would trade this actually, but I would wait for Bitcoin to stop being a indecisive little P and make a move before I get into CHR, but it is definitely looking brilliant. As for my ultimate target for CHR, if it does break above the previous all-time high, I would actually say 1.21 as the target. But that is a very long ways off. In fact, if Bitcoin cooperates, right, if Bitcoin dominance does not reverse back to the upside, the next 1, 2, 3 months will actually be huge for altcoins, like huge. You could easily see this go to the 1.618 level. So yeah, it's looking bullish for sure. So Rich is talking to me about XLM. Wow, this is, what is this? Yeah, it looks good for sure. Yeah, this is textbook round the bottom. Right, at the moment it's on a strong uptrend on the 4 hourly, as you can see. But at the moment, market Cipher definitely looks to be clipping. So I would expect price to come down to this level right here and this level right here, which is the 0.44 and the 0.4 level. I would actually place limit buy orders at these 2 levels if I were looking to get into TLM, because again, this is beautiful round the bottom. Right, if this pops, right, look, bake, this looks like bake, okay? If I go back to bake, tell me this does not look similar. Tell me this does not look similar. So back to TLM, definitely 100%. All right, market cipher is definitely looking like it's going to come down. So I would set limit orders, or I wouldn't FOMO on the 4 hourly. These two levels, first expect the 21 EMA on the 4 hourly to hold. If it does, then yeah, strong uptrend continues. But otherwise, this level right here, 0.4. For sure, these two levels, 0.44 and 0.4. This is another kind of rounded bottom setup. The targets of which, oh, by the way, oh my goodness, do I even use a fib? Is this even right to do it like this? Whatever. Yeah, if we break above, then some immediate targets would be, and anywhere between here to, yeah, this fit doesn't look right, man. That launch pump is just ridiculous. So yeah, I'll do it like this instead. So at this level, oh, by the way, this is a very strong level of support as well. So you can definitely dollar cost average in between 0.44 until 0.4. Okay, anything below 2.4, anything that goes below this level would invalidate this trade. But as long as the price does not break below this level right here at 0.34, it is actually still continuing in its uptrend. Okay, as long as it doesn't break this level right here. So you can set your stop loss right below here. All right, tight stop loss right below here, because if price breaks below like the 0.33, 0.32 level, then your trade is absolutely invalidated. So these are the profit taking targets. I actually made a video in the private Discord group about Fibonacci retracement levels, so it's going to be out soon. But yeah, these are the levels. I feel free to pause the video and note it down. Right. Engine actually looks like I actually posted this on the private Discord group. And look, exactly as predicted, right? Exactly as predicted. I said Cipher momentum is currently coming down. Expect a test of the 50 EMA on the 4 hourly, right? If you're not in the Discord group, you're missing out, man. So 50 EMA, that's this gray line right here. Perfect retest, right? If you would have just bought this level right here, right, this 3% up, that's profits. But anyways, let's not get into the micro trend. Let's talk about the big picture. So Engine is actually not struggling at all. This is a level that this trend line right here is something that I'm looking at. It is, well, again, trend line. And if the price does break above this trend line right here, so if we get a breakout of the 2.84, 2.85 level, then this resistance will actually flip to support, right? This is an SR flip setup. So if price breaks above this level, I would 100% buy the retest. If you don't know what a retest is, it's basically when price breaks above a level and comes back down to test it, okay? Because that's where the strongest group of buyers are. Set your stop loss right below the retest level and you're golden. All right, and just to add more confluence, Engine has broken above the 200 EMA on the 4 hourly. Market Cipher is showing signs of support. Like, look, man, if you're in the Discord group, you would have known to buy this level, man. You would have known to buy this level. And as long as Bitcoin cooperates, I actually see this breaking out on the next leg up. So yeah, it's not actually struggling. It's looking pretty good, actually. It's looking pretty good. And yeah, OGN is definitely valid. 100% valid. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, you were here the whole time, right? Round the bottoms do nothing for absolutely the longest time, and then it will suddenly pop off. Okay, so let's adjust this trend line a little bit. Here's the thing about trading, right? It's constant adjustment. once a trade gets invalidated, you readjust. So this now looks more like a bull flag. If we break out of this bull flag, it will actually bring us all the way up to 2.5-ish if we get a breakout. But that is yet to be determined. Right, just give it time, right? Setups don't play out immediately. But if this pops, this will pop. This will pop, trust me. It might take a while, but it will happen. Hey, Moonshadow, you are very welcome, my man. Right, for the rest of you, come on, ask questions. This is a Q&A. I could do chart analysis for you if you'd like. Cool. Could take a look at how I usually go about my chart analysis as well. Ah, it seems we have confirmed double bottom. Come on, if this candle confirms as this kind of green, right, this is a bullish engulfing candle, as long as it doesn't get rejected off of this 10 EMA, then this will be a bullish engulfing candle, and I might even enter a Bitcoin long, or like I would suggest you guys to enter a Bitcoin long, just a short little scalp, perhaps from this level to 1%, 2%. It's a scalp for a reason. Use a bit of leverage, and 1% and 2% can be very good gains. But yeah, do not scalp if you are not already an experienced trader. I do not recommend scalping. So yeah, leave your questions. Classic Moon Boy, man. Classic Moon Boy. Yeah, never FOMO, man. Like my philosophy, right? My entire philosophy to trading is whenever you first look at a chart, you are going to get a gut feeling. I want you to throw that gut feeling right out the window, okay? Because I guarantee you, your brain is probably smarter than your gut. So think with your brain, yeah, not with your gut. Don't be falling to gut FOMO. VeChain. You guys, actually, do me a favor. If you guys have any friends that are actually in crypto, share the stream. Tell them to come join the stream. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure you guys are getting quite good value out of being in the stream. So I would say that your friends could probably benefit from this as well. So share it to your friends if they're in crypto. But yeah, VeChain. Hey, NHack. For me, I only use Market Cipher. I will make a video about that on YouTube, public, teaching people how to use it. But it's not about, like, I can't give you an immediate answer. There's no short answer to that. It's going to be like a 30-40 minute video, maybe even 50 minute. It's going to be like real in depth, right? This indicator that I'm using is like absolute magic. I'm telling you, if you know traditional technical analysis and you pair that with Market Cipher, holy, you will very likely never lose a trade. At least you won't lose many trades. Yeah, you probably have 80 to 90% win rate easy if you know how to use Market Cipher properly. I will go so far as to say that this is the best indicator in the world. But before you know how to properly use it, don't screw around with this thing. It's an indicator, my friend. Go search like go search this guy called this is the indicator. right? You would normally have to buy this, but if you, oh yeah, just check this out. Alright, it's tutorials on YouTube. You don't have to wait for my video. But best indicator in the world, hands down. It tells you what is going to happen before it happens. Which, I know it doesn't sound real, but fact of the matter. It is fact of the matter. So anyways, VeChain recently just retested the 21 EMA, the 21-day EMA. And also, as you're watching me doing this analysis on coins, right? Whenever you do any kind of analysis, you always want to start off with the higher time frame. You want to know what the higher time frame is up to before you even start looking at the lower time frames. So weekly, we are at the top. The daily momentum looks to be shifting down, so I might even expect like this next leg up to be the final leg up before we go below for once. Then if I go to the 4 hourly, I suppose you could call this a pattern that could be forming right now, but it does look like if I have to look at the lower time frames to see whether or not this will break back into the pattern. Tell you what, if I were looking to get into VeChain right now, which I wouldn't because this is not the best setup. I've seen better setups. This definitely does not look better than the other setups that I'm posting in the Discord group. It doesn't look the most beautiful, but if you were thinking about going into VeChain, I want you to get in at around this level right here at the 0.202, because this is a 10 EMA on market Cipher. It is also a trend line, right? Breakout, retest. Okay, this is the level of the retest. Perhaps could be a little bit higher at about this level, perhaps 0.204, but honestly, we might have already got the retest just looking at this candle. If I go into a lower time frame, okay, maybe not, but yeah, VeChain uptrend is definitely still intact. As you can see, it's still above, it's barely even close to the 50 EMA on the 1 hourly. It's above the 10 and 21 EMA on the 1 hourly, definitely above on the 4 hourly. So I would say VeChain actually looks good, right? It still has another leg up. As for where I expect VeChain to go, these two levels would be immediate resistance. Yeah, about there, about those levels. It's definitely not looking bullish on the higher time frames, but we are in a bull market right now. Everything is very impulsive towards the upside, so who knows, right? Market side, like money flow seems to be flowing into the green. It seems to be. So who knows? At the moment, it's looking bullish because it's still above all the major moving averages on the higher time frames, even on the 1 hourly. So if you are riding VeChain right now, I don't know where your entry is, but if the price breaks below 100%, this is your invalidation point, right? If price breaks below, man, this is hard to tell. I would say trail your stop loss below the 50 EMA on the 1 hourly, or the 50 EMA on the 4 hourly, right? Just trail your stop loss below that, because if price breaks below those levels, then yeah, you're out. And hack, I want you to go onto my Twitter at _the_art_of_crypto. That is where I'm posting chart setups. Not every chart setup, but I'm posting chart setups there. So go check it out. And RT. What do you mean what's on the 4th? Oh, 4 hourly. 4 hourly. It's not 4th. It's 4H. Also, RT, I know you're in a group. I know you're in a private group. There's loads more setups right there, such as the midterm plays that I'm eyeing. If those pop, those will actually pop. Don't be wasting your time on trying to get into VeChain, right? VeChain's already pumped. I know it's very hype. I know it's very hypey, but the market cap is huge. Who knows if it will get another big pump. I simply cannot be certain. Just leave your... yeah, of course we stare at BTC. It's like the mama bear, right? That's what I always say. I need BTC to seriously just... yeah. Looks good at the moment. Looks good. 15-minute bottom. Alts should be recovering, I hope. 1 hourly, if this clips right here, it's going to be a trigger wave. And if we really do break above the 57k level, I would expect to go all the way up back to 57 or 58k. And that would be brilliant for alts. And I'm going to go to the washroom real quick, so leave any more questions that you have. And I'll probably keep this stream live for about another half an hour. What's up? I'm back. So yeah, RT, what Ryan said. So basically there are a lot of people sharing their thoughts on TradingView about... They share their thoughts about a coin on TradingView, and basically TradingView, I would assume, sort of does, like, it accumulates the market sentiment, or like the general sentiment of how people are feeling towards that coin, and it sort of like gives it a score almost, and depending on how good or how bad the sentiment is, or how even the sentiment is between buy and sell, I would assume that is what those buy, sell, neutral, strong sell is about. Basically, you can always refer, like you could always take a look at what other people are thinking about coins, right? Especially when you're new, it's good to have another perspective. But since you're in the group, you could always just ask me. Capiche? But yeah, seriously, you could go take a look at what other people are thinking about the coin, and you can check out like what you are lacking, you know, and what you're missing. Like, what is other people thinking that you are not thinking about? Stuff like that. Hey Cree, thank you for the positive comment, man. That means a lot to me. So it depends, right? It really depends. If I'm scalping a coin, or if I'm day trading a coin, as the name implies, I'm in and out of the coin in a few hours. I'm closing it within the same day. But usually, ever since I have started YouTube and I have started the private Discord group, and by the way, if you are not in the Discord group, you do not know what you're missing out on, right? You're gonna make your money back in one trade. But anyways, usually when I'm busy, I like to hold it for, I look for swing plays, right? I look for coins that have the potential to 1x, 2x, 3x in a month, and I just hold it through a swing instead of wasting my time. No, it's not wasting. Like, I just don't have the time to day trade or scalp, but it can be extremely profitable, right? If you know what you're doing. Because, see, the thing about swing trading is you're riding swings, and they can often take days or months to play out. Like, see here, this is one swing, this is two swing, this is another swing, this is another swing, right? That is a swing. And the time between these swings are like days and weeks, right? 2 weeks here, 2 weeks here, about a month here. Oh, thank you, Blair. Thank you. And there's more knowledge to come, man. I'm seriously gonna share literally my entire trading philosophy in the Discord group. So if you think this is so much knowledge, man, this is gonna be more to come, man. But yeah, anyways, back to what I was saying. So this is one swing. So usually, right now, if you do not have the time, then I would be looking to ride one of these swings, right? See, these swings are about, like, if we don't look at Bitcoin, like, let's take a random coin. Like, RT taught me XLM, right? So let's take a look at XLM. Okay, so what you would be doing is you'll be riding, like, say this swing. So 18 days, 150%. Right, that's one swing. 20 days, 100%. Right, so at the moment, this is what I'm doing. Right, I'm riding the swing, which takes days, if not weeks, to play out. But I'm okay with that, okay? And here's what you need to understand. I could just do day trading or scalping, right? Because then, instead of, for example, see how on the 4 hourly, say this is one swing. No, let's take the most recent example, right? So this, from here to here, this is one swing, okay? So instead of just riding this for 26%, if I have the time, and I cannot stress this enough, unless you are an experienced trader, do not mess around with scalping or day trading. You're going to make much more money holding a coin through a swing, right? Swing trading. So back to what I was saying. So in this swing right here, if I was a day trader, right, notice how on the 1 hourly it looks pretty clean, right? On the 1 hourly, it looks pretty clean, right? There doesn't seem to be much price action. But if you zoom in onto the 15-minute chart, which is what most day traders use, you can actually see that price is a lot choppier here. See, if I was a day trader, I would ride this for 12%. I would short this 3%. I would ride this 6%. I would short this. I would ride this. You get the point, right? Like, by the time I finish this whole swing, I would probably have made like what, 50%, 80% compared to 30% here. Okay, so that is the power of scalping / day trading. But firstly, you need to have the time. Secondly, I cannot stress this enough. You have to be an experienced trader in order to scalp and day trade profitably. Okay, can be wildly profitable, but if you don't know what you're doing, stick to swing trading. Okay, it's a lot less stress, and over time, you can capture the bulk of the move. Right, you can capture the bulk of the move. Cree, I look forward to seeing you in there. Yeah. So, yeah, day traders, multiple monitors. Like, even I have 2 monitors and I'm about to get a 3rd one. It helps. It helps. Oops, my bad. So, back to... Hold on. Actually lost track of things. So yeah, I hope that makes sense to you. Like the difference, like whether or not I hold a coin for days or hours or weeks, it depends what kind of a trade that I'm looking for. Right, in the private Discord group, I state clearly whether it is a swing play, whether it is a mid-term play, or whether it is a day trade or a scalp. I state that very clearly, and yeah, it depends. It depends. And RT, XLM, yeah, definitely looks bullish because we have a complex inverse head and shoulders forming. We have a nice, yeah, if we break above this neckline right here, this neckline at about 0.53 to 0.54-ish, if we break above, it would actually see us going all the way to 0.64 as a measured move, but this is, again, granted that Bitcoin cooperates, right? If Bitcoin is saying screw everyone and it's just gonna dump, then no guarantees. But definitely bullish, right? Same thing as previous alts by the retest of these moving averages. And hack, it depends. I can't give you an exact time frame. What I can give you is the setup. I'll give you the profit targets. Whether or not we will hit those profit targets depends very largely on market conditions. If market conditions are good, then yeah, probably. All right, Nash. So I don't give I'm not targeting a certain percentage in every trade. All I give you is entries, and I give you the take profit targets. If we get there, we get there. If we don't, then I'll teach you how to take profits on the way up, right? You don't exit one lump sum and you don't enter one lump sum either. It's you scale in, you scale out. So as for what percentage, let's just say that I am planning, right? I'm fully intending, and I'm confident I can do this. I'm fully intending to retire at least a few people in that group. So I'm seriously gonna try my best I'm gonna give you guys my all to provide you guys a lot of value. So if I give you my best, I expect you guys to do your own due diligence as well. Learn the things that I teach. And I promise you, if you learn my philosophies, if you learn my techniques, my strategies, you will be profitable. And follow my calls. I will probably help you get a 20x by the end of this bull market from this point on. Yeah, that's what I plan to do. If I get more, brilliant. But if not, yeah, 20x. That's the goal. And yeah, Ryan, that's the thing about day trading as well. It's like, if you're not an experienced trader, like, again, I keep stressing this, which is, if you're not an experienced trader, you're probably going to fall prey to your emotions. Say you lose a trade, emotions, you probably can't maintain a neutral state of mind, and your next trade is probably going to be a loss as well, and you're going to lose, and you're going to lose. You're probably going to blow up your account if you're not experienced at this. No, Abhishek, ready? I mean, people were asking me, like, what kind of rate of returns that I'm looking at when I call coins in my private Discord group. And what I told them was, I plan to get everyone in that group a 20x on their portfolio by the end of the year. By the end of the bull run, I plan to give you guys my best. So if you are interested in making some crazy gains, I would highly suggest you look into my private Discord group. It will be the best place you have ever been. As for when I think the bull run will end, I don't know. Hopefully, end of this year. But here's the thing. I have a plan, right? About how to maximize my gains during the bull market and how to make even more money during the bear market, right? But here's the thing about trading, it goes both ways. You can short the market, you can long the market. In a bear market, if you learn what I teach you in the group, the same concepts apply to shorting as well. So we could absolutely make a killing during the bear market as well. So don't worry about the bull market. Even if the bull market ends, as long as you know what you're doing, you're going to make crazy amounts of money too. Right, Ryan, I do not recommend you to use high leverage, yeah? Like Chris, no. RT, you asked me how much leverage I usually trade on. So here's the thing that I always explain about leverage. Leverage is not an excuse for you to increase your risk. Let's say your usual position sizes are only $1,000. With leverage, you can enter in with $500. Let's say you're on 2x leverage. You can enter in with $500 and your position size would still be your usual $1,000. It's not an excuse for you to increase your risk. What it allows you to do is to be involved in multiple coins at once. Because if you only have $1,000, you put in $1,000 into a coin, then you won't have money left to buy dips, and you certainly will not have money enough to go into 2 positions at once. So that's what leverage does. I only use high leverage when I am day trading, day trading, because I'm trying to capture those 2, 3, 4, 5% moves, and that is the only time when I'm using leverage, right? 10x, 20x, usually not 20x, but 10x. But seriously, as a beginner, stay away from leverage. Not stay away, but like stay away from high leverage, yeah? Anything below 3x, that's very safe. I do not actually share. Okay, so in the Discord, you're gonna get like world-class education, right? If you listen to what my friend Blair had to say, there's just a wealth of knowledge in there, right? You learn the techniques, the strategies, and my mindset. You're going to be successful as a trader in any market, not just crypto. You're going to do well in stocks and forex as well if you decide to one day dabble in that. So I would say this: the Telegram is a chat group, right? It's where I can occasionally come to talk to you guys, hang out, have a little bit of fun. And the Discord is for if you're really serious about doing trading for a living, if you are serious about making the most of this bull run, and in order to maximize your gains, learn from someone who is doing it well, and just start on the right foot. You know what I mean? Instead of you can find lots of great free resources on YouTube, but yeah, it depends, right? You either sacrifice your time or you sacrifice a little bit of money to get a proper, just start off on the right foot. You know what I mean? So Nash, my trading calls it's split, right? I usually don't trade Bitcoin simply because it's just large cap. I usually trade alts, right? Mid caps, low caps, sometimes large caps. It depends. It depends on the setup, right? Right now, Stellar looking brilliant. If we break above this head and shoulders, boom. So yeah, there's people in the group that have like what, $500 to play with. I think one of them even has just $100 to play with, but I'm still confident that they're gonna make money. So think about it, man. Like, forget the trading setups, right? The education you're gonna get in there it's gonna be worth way more than what you're paying. And again, I just want to remind you, I only have 50 spots for the early adopters, right? Once these 50 spots are taken, I'm not gonna be offering the group at that price anymore. Ah, Rich. All right, cool. I'm glad that explanation makes sense now. And Cree, yeah, I use Binance too. I use Binance and KuCoin. Only those two. KuCoin for small cap alts, Binance for most things, especially because Binance has futures for most coins. And I use PancakeSwap and Uniswap for those microcap, like really microcap gems. And I'm at the moment looking to get involved in Avalanche and Polygon tokens. But frankly, I do not have much expertise in those areas, so I will have to look into that first before I make any calls on those. But yeah, Binance for sure. Man, Chris is the most hardcore shiller. But thanks. By the way, I use Binance.com, not US. There's a lot of coins that's actually not available on the US, if I'm not mistaken. Abhishek, I am... what price? I would recommend you to buy the breakout of the 0.546 level. And as for take profit targets, about here. These levels are all take profit targets, but the measured move of the complex inverse head and shoulders is definitely... I mean, you could probably get away with buying the breakout of this level as well. But, my man, don't be buying coins that you have not done your own research on. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm simply doing an analysis on charts. AVAX. Sure, just give me a moment. It depends, my man, Nash. It depends. Every trade setup is different. Sometimes I front run. Sometimes I tell you guys to buy the breakout. It depends, man. It really depends. Sometimes things move immediately. Sometimes things take a while to move, but when they do pop, they pop like hard. It depends, my man. It's not something that I can give you a absolute answer on. Seems like we did not get the double bottom. In fact, we are forming a downtrend right now because we break below this low. We'll have to wait and see. Right, I'm expecting a 55.8 hold. If it doesn't, then absolutely just take profits on some of your alts. But yeah, AVAX. This is actually a coin that I hold a lot of. Simply because I believe in the potential. So back then I actually called AVAX. Like, I don't know if you guys were watching my channel back when I called this, but I actually called to buy AVAX here, and if you did, you would have been up 40% in 7 days. Because again, around the bottom, right? This is almost like a triple bottom now. It's looking bullish for sure, right? But again, most coins look bullish. Most coins absolutely look bullish. But it depends on Bitcoin, right? It depends on what Bitcoin does. But I would definitely try to increase my bags at 29. And definitely, like, word of warning for all of you guys. If Bitcoin breaks below 55.8, maybe 55, keep some cash liquid in your account, because there's going to be lots of dips, and I want you guys to buy the dips instead of panic selling. Anyways, my friends, I will have to leave now to go and get a workout in. So I hope you guys find value. Follow me on Twitter. You can join the Telegram if you want to chat with me. But overall, I seriously recommend you get into the trading group. I'm seriously trying to change lives here. And like, I want you guys to be a part of it, okay? You'll learn a lot, trust me. So, and definitely, man, for $47 is nothing for what you're getting inside the group. So, I actually see Chainlink breaking out soon. Chainlink might be doing a BNB kind of move soon. Not sure how soon, but soon. VT. Yeah, I actually went through those coins just now, but again, it depends on Bitcoin. Yeah. If Bitcoin cooperates, then yeah, hold the long, but otherwise just set a stop loss on break even for most of your alts, because right now Bitcoin is absolutely like, Bitcoin's toying with our feelings right now. Like, it doesn't know what it wants to do, so it's causing the market to be very uncertain. So just set a stop loss at break even, just to be safe. And leave some money, 25% to 50%, to buy dips. Capiche? Alright guys. Yeah, I'll catch you in the Discord, Cree. I look forward to seeing you there. Anyways, for all the links, just check the description. And as usual, may the gains be with you, my friends. And peace. The whales are dumping? I don't think so. I'm not getting any yellow X's. We'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'm out, guys. I'm out. Take care. Take care. May the gains be with you. I hope you got value out of this, and peace.